For decades, bears were seen as symbols of wilderness, living deep in dense forests and rarely encountering humans. Today, however, in many rural areas, that boundary is gradually fading. Bears no longer appear only in remote forests. They are moving closer to farms, village roads, and residential areas. The early signs are often subtle. A trash bin overturned during the night. A fence slightly bent, as if something very heavy had leaned against it. Large footprints pressed deep into damp soil, appearing and disappearing before the sun rises. Without ever seeing a bear, residents know one thing for certain: the bears are very close. The issue is not aggression. The issue is habit. When natural food sources decline, or when the scent of human food becomes familiar, bears begin to alter their movement patterns. Once they learn an easier route, they return. And with each return, the level of risk increases. Hasty reactions in such situations rarely lead to positive outcomes. Direct attempts to drive bears away can cause panic, triggering unpredictable behavioral changes. As a result, instead of confrontation, many regions have chosen a different approach: controlled trapping, carried out with planning, monitoring, and clearly defined objectives. Bear traps are not random tools. Each trap is placed based on careful observation of behavior and physical signs. Before a trap is installed, the area is usually monitored for days, sometimes weeks. Claw marks on tree trunks, disturbed soil, overturned rotting logs, all of these form a map of the routes bears leave behind. Selecting the trap location is a critical factor. Traps are not placed in crowded areas, nor directly beside residential zones. They are typically set along natural movement corridors, places bears already know and where they feel secure. The goal is not to force attraction, but to allow bears to enter a space that feels familiar in scent and path. Bait is prepared with care. Stronger smells are not necessarily better. Overly intense scents can make bears wary. Instead, bait usually consists of food sources bears are accustomed to finding in the wild, arranged so that the bear must move fully into the trap area to access it. The entire trapping system is designed to function in a stable and controlled manner. Trap doors close only when the bear's weight and position are appropriate. This helps prevent false triggers and minimizes risks to other wildlife species. Surveillance cameras and motion sensors play a crucial role in this process. Rather than relying on constant manual checks, managers can monitor activity remotely. Every movement, every approach by a bear is recorded. This allows strategies to be adjusted in time, instead of responding too late. When a trap is activated, the next stage is not an ending, but another phase of management. Bears are kept in a safe condition, with stress minimized as much as possible. All procedures are carried out by trained professionals, with the ultimate goal of reducing conflict between bears and humans. Most importantly, traps are not used indiscriminately. They are only one component of a long-term strategy. Alongside trapping are waste management, food source protection, reinforcement of livestock enclosures, and changes in human habits. Without addressing the root causes, traps remain only a temporary solution. In many places, the results are clear. When movement corridors are managed and bears can no longer easily access human food sources, the frequency of appearances gradually declines. No confrontation is needed. No chaos is required. Only a correct understanding of behavior and intervention at the right time. Ultimately, control does not mean elimination. It is a quiet adjustment, built on knowledge, patience, and responsibility. When used properly, bear traps do not diminish wilderness. They allow it to exist alongside human life within a more sustainable order.
In many regions, bears have become a major issue for agriculture and the natural environment. As bear populations increase, they can cause serious damage to crops, infrastructure, and pose risks to human safety. Bears can carry pathogens and spread diseases to livestock and native wildlife. Bear trapping, when carried out properly, can be an effective and sustainable method to control bear populations without relying on temporary measures or causing long-term harm to ecosystems. Wild bears are among the animals with a very wide range of habitats, from dense forests to agricultural land. However, when bears enter human living areas, especially rural regions, they damage crops, attack livestock, and destroy property. In some cases, bears have even begun appearing in cities, where people live, creating dangerous situations that threaten not only property but also community safety. The presence of bears further exacerbates concerns related to food security and public health. One of the key factors in bear trapping is strategic and systematic planning. Studies show that bears tend to move along familiar routes or near areas with abundant food sources. This makes trapping more effective when focused on their movement corridors. Similar to wild boars, bears can establish fixed travel paths, and controlling their return is essential to preventing ongoing damage.
The nuts and leaving the breads. I always approach it cautiously. They can get pretty surly and close, so let's move in here. Should have put no bait in.
Traps placed in strategic locations, especially in areas where bears frequently travel, help reduce damage without the need for reactive or short-term responses. Traps can be deployed in zones that bears regularly visit. Once bear movement patterns are identified, traps help prevent repeated incursions and minimize the level of destruction. Influencing bear behavior by disrupting established habits can reduce long-term impacts, even if not every bear is captured. In practice, breaking the cycle of repeated return can significantly reduce damage without the need to capture all individuals. Strategically placed traps not only reduce damage but also help protect community stability and environmental balance. An important aspect of using traps is ensuring compliance with official wildlife management procedures. This includes humane trap use, adherence to legal regulations, and safety standards. The handling of captured bears must follow local regulations and humane principles, ensuring human safety while minimizing unnecessary ecological impact. After implementing bear trapping programs, field reports have shown a significant reduction in bear presence in rural areas. This demonstrates that a structured and responsible management strategy is far more effective than extreme approaches. Using traps to manage bear populations not only reduces damage but also protects the environment and maintains the stability of rural communities. Bear trapping is not a temporary solution but a long-term and systematic strategy. When properly implemented, with careful planning and adherence to humane procedures, traps can help control bear population growth without harming the natural environment. With cooperation between wildlife management authorities and local communities, bear management can become more effective and sustainable, protecting agriculture, infrastructure, and the stability of rural communities.